What's up, guys? Today we're going to be checking out Spiral on 4K Blu-ray. It's going to be a little bit different today. We're going to do kind of an unboxing and then we'll do the review at the same time. But this officially does come out on July 20th, which is tomorrow if you're watching this today. So by the time you see this, it might already be out. But let's go over a few tech specs on this guy. This movie was shot in 6K. It's got a 4K DI. It's rated R. Runtime is 93 minutes and the aspect ratio is 239:1, so you will get black letterbox bars. Let's first take this out of its slipcover, and it does have a slipcover with Chris Rock's face on it. It's got a slight metallic sheen to it, reflective sheen. And then we have some extra features and all that stuff in the back here. It's just HDR10, audio is in Dolby Atmos, no Dolby Vision on this. Let's take a look inside. Inside we've got the digital code, which is right here. This is the digital code, digital copy. If you guys want to be entered to win this digital copy, be sure that you let us know in the comment section which Saw movie in the franchise is your favorite one. And I'll pick a winner at the end of the week to win that digital copy. If you are on my Patreon, we're giving away Saw, this copy of the 4K Blu-ray, on my Patreon channel. But inside we get the standard Blu-ray and we have the 4K Blu-ray. Special features included on the disc are audio commentary with director Darren Lynn Boozman, audio commentary with producers, The Consequences of Your Actions, Creating Spiral, featurette, Drawing Inspiration, Illustrated Trap Breakdowns, Decoding the Marketing Spiral, Theatrical Teaser Trailer, and the Theatrical Trailer. Those are the included features which are on the 4K, which are on the standard Blu-ray. As far as the Atmos mix on it, which if you guys had seen the original Saw movie, Part 1, that movie had a really good sounding Dolby Atmos mix. This one kind of follows suit. It's got an actual real Dolby Atmos mix with objects that do move around the soundstage. Some of them are static. I'm going to say most of the runtime, the objects are going to be static. If we look here around the 4-minute 19-second mark, this is the first kind of killing scene, which takes place under the subway. You can see here that there are actually a bunch of objects that move around. You'll hear the train coming, the echo, bunch of music, some weird little effects that circle around the soundstage. Pretty good immersive mix during this scene. Another scene which takes place around the 10-minute 57-second mark, which is the office scene. This scene, unlike the big killing scenes, the big action scenes, this one is just full of ambiance. You can see here that there are objects that move around, well, some objects that move around, but mostly it's stationary, but it's full of just ambiance, people talking in the background, overhead effects, ambiance overhead. I mean, the height channels are very active throughout the entire runtime of this movie. As for like the resolution, this is a 4K crispy resolution. I mean, it was shot in 6K. It does have a 4K DI. So this thing is shot just as it would look if it was shot out of your mirrorless DSLR camera. I mean, it's that crisp. So you're gonna see the detail in all the little gooey prosthetics, all the dirt and grime. That's all gonna be on display. Glorious 4K crisp resolution. As far as the HDR, this is a fairly dim transfer. It's a Saw movie, so it's not going to be like bright and luscious looking. So it is pretty dark. It's pretty dim. There's some black crush in it, which happens a lot in the movie because there's a lot of black in it. Color palette is kind of like orangey teal colors, warm, again dim. HDR, like some of the bright highlights. There's some clipping in the bright white parts of the area, so you'll see things like lights and all that stuff, which can run a little bit hot. And then of course the blacks do run a bit too dark sometimes. Fuck you! As far as the bass response, during the little finger pulling scene, there's actually a ton of bass during this scene. There's a few bass drops during the movie, which I would say kind of teeters on the infrasonic levels, but pretty solid bass throughout. I wouldn't say it's demo worthy. Good bass though. Nothing that would really kind of like rock your world, I don't think. Anyways, this is just a quick review. I would say for audio, I would have to give it a 9.5. It's pretty immersive overall. There's a lot of height channel activity. Dialogue was always easy to hear. Bass was good for the type of movie. I mean, it could probably have been a little bit better, but it was pretty solid throughout. And this is a true Dolby Atmos mix with objects that do kind of move around the soundstage. So kudos on that. Sounds very similar to what the original Saw movie sound like. For video, if you want a 4K crispy looking transfer, this is it. I mean, it was shot in 6K, 4K DI, really clean, really crisp. Close-ups, super crisp. You'll see all those little pores and individual stubble on Chris Rock's face. Dirt and grime, like I said, everywhere. This is just captures everything. Whatever cameras they were using, I think they were Sony cameras. Really crisp looking transfer. I'm gonna have to give it a 9, but overall, I mean, this is a pretty solid looking movie. If you're into horror movies, the Saw franchise, you know, fits right in. I don't know if I would say definitely check it out if you have never seen the movie. I would say probably rent it. But if you are a fan of this whole entire series, then solid pickup overall. So of course, this is Saw on 4K Blu-ray. If you guys want to pick up the digital code, leave a comment down below and let me know which movie in the Saw franchise is your favorite. If you are on my Patreon, also giving this whole physical copy away on my Patreon. So of course, guys, thanks for watching. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and we will see you again in the next video.